Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another episode of Show Me the Collectibles, where you come on and show off your collectibles. I'm your host, Grander Hugh, aka my real name. And before we get to those collectibles here, let's give a huge shout out to our sponsors there, Darren Corbin being one of them. You can follow Darren on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Oh, and look at that. Darren Corbin has a TikTok. Yes, folks, Darren Corbin has TikTok. Another great way to support Darren is by checking out his Patreon at patreon.com/Darren Corbin, where tiers start at just $1. Another huge shout out goes to our other sponsor here, Superior Creations, where you can get all your custom tumbler needs. As you can see, we have an Eric Cannon and a Darren Corbin tumbler there, and Joey and Sierra just got their custom tumblers. You can find them at facebook.com/Superior Creations. And one last shout out to our boys at 13 Cards Subject to Change. That's Leroy with his second place beard. We got Jesse and Zach. Give them a like on all social medias there at 13 Cards Subject to Change. And make sure you let Leroy know that he has a second place beard, not beer. If he's got beer, that's weird. All right, Nick, how are you doing today?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great. My beard's on point. Yours is looking beautiful as well. And I love that below zero sweatshirt you got there. We'll get into that a little bit later as well. But you know why you're here, my friend. Let's see those collectibles.
Yeah, so I brought a few with me today, and I kind of got all across the board here. But
Perfect.
My most recent ones, and these are really cool to me. And it kind of hits home just with my fandom, and then with some recent events. But I got two. Oh, we've got to play the two signed Jason David Frank Mighty Morphin Power Rangers books. They're not they're kind of like a comic, but not quite. They're more book wise.
Okay.
But I saw these at a store the other day, and one is the White Ranger, one's the Green Ranger, and it's like I couldn't not get these.
That RIP, yeah. That we were just talking with the Summit on our episode that will be dropping here shortly. So that is a great tie into the episode that comes before this. Power Rangers. I love the Power Rangers. So.
Yeah, I do too. So that, like I said, that's one of my favorites. I do have a ton of other stuff, but right now, that's my favorite for those. Some other things. So I kind of collect a little bit of everything. So I'm looking at my stash that I brought to my work office.
Yep.
These I just got a little while ago, and this is probably my favorite childhood movie or series. Is the Mighty Ducks Pops.
Oh, okay. All right.
It came with 5 of them: Charlie Conway, Coach Bombay, Adam Banks, Fulton Reed, and I know there's one more that I'm forgetting, but it
Goldberg.
Yes, duh.
There we
go. And that to me, and I have some other Mighty Ducks stuff, but these ones are just really cool with the pops and all that. I'm looking to maybe get some more autographs and collectibles with theirs, and so yeah. But speaking of autographs, this one I just got from a wrestling event not that long ago, and this is maybe one of my favorites. It's not my most expensive or anything. Maybe one of my most favorite.
Oh, very nice.
Now, Diamond Dallas Page, that was autographed at a recent show in Minnesota, MAW, and he was there for his Hall of Fame induction, and that was able to get signed for me. And DDP growing up, like I was a WCW person, so that right there is just like so special. And I grabbed another thing. I kind of grabbed a thing from all the things that I
yeah, that's why we're here. We're here to brag about our collectibles. I like to have just one wrestling thing. You covered that. Now we get to see all the toys. I'm excited.
So turtles are one of my favorite things ever. And this one will be getting signed here soon by Kevin Nash himself, being that he played Super Shredder in Secret of the Ooze. So I'm really excited. I just got this one. I have all my old Ninja Turtles toys from when I was a kid. I have every single one of them still. They're sitting in a box at my parents'. I can't wait to display those. I'll probably have like close to 200 of them.
Very nice.
Is like my wrestling figures. I wish I was in my office right now. You think that I'd go on a collectible show and not be in my office. I'd be in my wrestling room, but it is 100% torn apart, and I couldn't show you the disaster that it is.
And the beautiful thing is, we'll get you on for more episodes to keep showing off that collection.
Yeah.
I feel like we're best friends now because Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, Mighty Ducks. It's like pretty much if you said you love Jurassic Park, man. I mean, we're 5 for 5 there. My brother was a huge Mighty Ducks fan growing up. What's that?
I do love Jurassic Park. I honestly, I don't have anything to collect of theirs. Oh man, I probably should.
Now I want to run to the living room and show you my laser disc. Yes, kids, laser disc was a thing before DVDs. I'm still trying to get the cassette tape of the soundtrack, but that one's been about $20 to $30 online. Yeah. So I'm kind of hoping that goes down in price so Amy doesn't kill me for buying something that I won't use for $50.
Yeah, no.
Randy, take a shot. It's a little inside joke on the podcast here.
Yeah, if my wife hears that you just suggested I get some Jurassic Park stuff, she's gonna come after you because I don't have room in my room anymore. Hence why I'm kind of redoing it. I have I tried to count one time. I'm 2,000 pieces probably of different, mainly wrestling, but I mean with Power Rangers and hopefully here soon with my Ninja Turtles and all that stuff. So collecting's huge with me. Some of my very first figures that ever started my obsession with collecting. So I have all of them, but I brought 4 of them with me because these are the most. There's no value to these to me because of everything I spent as a kid. So my Hasbro collection. I got to play the camera here. My Hasbro collection as a kid was. I mean, it was what I played with every single day. It's what got me into collecting. So these 4 figures. So I got Virgil and Mr. Perfect here. And then my 2 favorite as a child from collecting was Crush from Demolition and Jim the Anvil Neihart. But when he was with, Owen Hart, not the new Hart Foundation.
Okay. Yep.
What I always think is really cool too is this is an original helmet. It's definitely worn and beaten, but they're very hard to come by or not. I mean, you can get them, but they're not cheap. These 4 figures here were the most played with figures that I've ever had, and that's what really started my love of collecting. And these 4 will always go front and center in whatever room I'm in. So collecting's fun.
It definitely is. Yep.
Yeah. So
now, are those the original ones that you grew up with? I think you said. That is awesome. I mean, I've been dreaming of the day that I start buying those old ones that I had as kids. Because as I got older, I thought it was less cool. I got into football, and then I refound my love for wrestling in 2008, and then just started collecting the DVDs. I really like collecting the books. That's one thing that I collect is a lot of biographies.
Yeah.
And then the Jurassic Park's the movie that I collect a lot from. And I've got the Funko Pops from that, and then the scenes now they're releasing. So I've been scooping those up as well. And I don't want to get too deep into some of them because like you said, you're running out of room. I'm running out of room, and I guess Otis is the biggest thing I collect, but other than that, yeah, the room, I'm sure you dream of it too, having just a wall-to-wall of collectibles. So
yeah, mine's close. Once I get that figured out, we'll definitely, even if it's just off video, I'll get you a tour of that. But yeah, going back to like these originals, it's I have probably 50 of my original Hasbro figures, and then I have all of them on top of that. So I've restarted my collection on top of the ones I played with because these things are beat up, and you can't. This Neihart one, up until about 2 years ago, and I wish I'd have left it on there, but it was falling out, had hockey tape around his waist because he had broken ribs for like 16 years. You can still kind of see the remnants of it there.
Got Bob Orton going on there with the gimmick. Sorry, I'm falling on my chair.
Yeah, so I mean, there was a lot of not just like the collecting part, but just like so fun in the childhood, and it's just like being able to look back at it. And my daughter, who's starting to kind of understand what dad's collectibles are, and has a few of her own, just she has no idea what they are. Yeah. I have figures, so she's got to have them, and just being able to pass that stuff down is really cool.
That's like Amy and I, Randy, take a shot, talk like if we do have kids in the future, I kind of hope for a boy just so I can lay on the floor and play action figures again, because I'm 37 years old, and I don't think that's too attractive to my fiance by playing with action figures.
Hey, she
But
said yes, so.
what's that?
I mean, she did say she'd marry you, so
Yeah, we're not there yet, but hopefully, fingers
yeah.
crossed. I mean, things could change, but no, she loves me to death. Randy, take another shot just for that. Definitely got to get you on here to see more of those collectibles. I'm excited to see them. I know everybody else is. We'll have to hook you up with my buddy, the King of Old School, who will also start helping more with these this holiday season. It's kind of rough getting our schedules lined up, but I think you guys would get along pretty great. I don't know if you saw that episode with his whole collection and stuff. But yeah, definitely. Any other collectibles? Anything else you want to kind of throw out there real quick?
I have some bigger pieces that I would wish I could have, but I couldn't take them off the wall. I have
Makes sense. Yep.
some hand drawn pencil wrestling pictures. One of them is an Ultimate Warrior where she used like colored pencils and everything. It's one of the most coolest things I've ever seen. And so I've really gotten into maybe some other stuff like posters and hand drawings. And like as I get older, it's not so much necessarily trying to collect everything like I did for 10, 15 years, where it didn't matter who it was. If it was the lowest guy on the totem pole to the most main event guy, I collected them with my lists and everything. But now I've started changing a little bit and really looking at old school and like what stuff meant to me. So like NWO, DX, what everyone did during the Attitude Era. So I'm really excited to kind of grow my collecting. It's definitely shifted ever since getting into the wrestling community. But I just love it. I absolutely love it, and I can't. I'll never not do it. I mean, I've collected something my whole life, so I mean, I'll never not do it.
So before we get you out of here, we'll let you plug your things in a second. But is there one thing out there that you truly wish you could obtain that you haven't obtained yet?
Yes. WCW Galoobs, they came out around the same time as the WWF Hasbro figures.
Okay, yep.
They were the hard plastic. They didn't move.
Yep.
Scott Hall has a prototype that never was made.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple of them out there, and I've seen the price on them, and I'm not to that point in my life where I can afford that.
Yeah.
I would, if I can ever get that, that would be. I mean, that's literally my biggest thing that I'd ever want to collect. Is that figure? That's my golden egg, whatever you want to call it. That's
gotcha.
The one.
Perfect. All righty, so we're gonna have you plug. What people don't know is you can see that beautiful sweatshirt there, below Zero Wrestling there out of North Dakota. We'll put a little graphic up there. You can plug your stuff. We'll get you out of here. Appreciate you coming on this episode of Show Me the Collectibles here.
Yeah, thanks so much. I love talking about my stuff. So,
and eventually these might take off where people want it to be longer episodes. I'm just trying to do a little spin-off so people can kind of just see some collectibles here. So, all right, here you go there, Nick. All right.
Yeah, Below Zero Wrestling. Find us at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or just on our website. Everything's pretty easy, Below Zero Wrestling. We have all of our social medias that we do with our videos and events and all that good stuff. So check us out. We'd love to have you there.
Perfect. All right, Nick. Again, can't appreciate you enough coming on here. We'll get you out of here, and then we'll plug those sponsors. We'll talk in the lounge here.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right. See you soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is another episode of Show Me the Collectibles, where I'm your host, Crander Q, a.k.a. my real name. Now, if you got collectibles that you want to bring on and show off, feel free to hit us up on these social media platforms. We got TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and personal email there if you want to send a message to me. Let us know if you want to come on. And if you want these to be more or longer, just comment below. I'm trying to keep them short and sweet so we get you on with your life. Huge shout out to the boys at 13 Cards Subject to Change there. We got Zach, Jesse, and that second place beard of Leroy. You can give them a like and follow on their social medias there. 13 Cards Subject to Change. Again, to our sponsors at Superior Creations. You get all your custom tumbler needs there at facebook.com/Superior Creations. And last but not least, go ahead and check out Darren Corbin on all social media platforms there, where you can join his Patreon starting at $1 at patreon.com/Darren Corbin. All righty. And it's your boy, Crander Q. Crander Q out.